At the age of 18, many people only have a guess for what they want to do with their lives, but a lot of them resort to some sort of schooling to help them figure it out.
However, one Mitchell resident started their own business at 18 and hasn't looked back. In tonight's Eye on Keloland, Summer Roddershaw shows us how 12 years later, she's still keeping people caffeinated.
Shelby Patton wrestled for a while with the idea of going to college. When she started working on her applications, her dad stepped in to say something.
My dad walked in my rental house and he's like, "Don't go to college. Like, what if you just opened a coffee shop?" And I was like, "I can barely get a school loan right now, so I don't think I can do that." And he's like, "Well, what if I help you? Would you want to do it? Would you open a coffee shop?" It's like, I mean, I'll do anything once.
So that's what she did in 2013.
When I opened, I had not had a job for 6 months, so I was to the very bottom of my savings. I just wanted to get open. We opened on like a random Wednesday. I was like, let's just get the lights on and start.
But at just 18 years old, it wasn't easy to get the store up and running.
When we first started, it was about 6 weeks that I would work 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the shops, and then with the huts, we don't have like storage on site. So then I would go get our supplies and go buy our milk and fill the fridges and do all of those things. And then after that was done, sleep and go do it again.
12 years later, the store has transformed from a hut to 2 brick-and-mortar locations and a mobile trailer.
When I first opened, we had like a very basic single-door house fridge that we filled with milk, and it entirety fit 24 gallons of milk. So between like dairy milks and alternative milks, we had 24 gallons in that fridge, and that was gonna last me all week. And on Monday this week, I wrote a check for 87 gallons of just dairy milk.
She's also built a base of loyal customers.
Luckily, Hot Shots is only 1 block away from my work, which is very fortunate for me. I think I was there on day 1 of her opening.
But she didn't just get customers because of a convenient location.
One of the favorite parts is just the friendliness. Their family, they know you. They don't know what I'm going to drink because I change it up every day. They are like my family also.
We have to remember, if my dad's the customer, we need to help that man order. And my dad could not order at, a chain restaurant, so.
One of the store's biggest ideas was more of a fluke accident that stuck.
It happened during COVID because so many people were home and nobody was going out, and I was like, we need a way to send that home with them. A lot of our customers drink the same thing every day.
So they decided to sell coffee orders by the gallons.
And so we started with the gallons, and now, you can customizably order any beverage in a gallon, tailor the shots, tailor the flavors, do all the things, and you can use that, for home use. You can take it camping. We've done bachelorette parties and weddings, and anywhere you want to take coffee, where do you not want coffee?
The idea was game-changing at the time.
Back in 2020, during COVID, Shelby knew I came every morning before work. Well, I didn't show up 2 days to get my coffee. And she didn't have my phone number, but she messaged one of my sons and wanted to know if I was okay. And he said she's quarantined at home with COVID. So that same morning, I get a text from Shelby, and she said, "Check your front steps." I went to my front steps, and there was a gallon bag of my favorite coffee. So I could have my coffee without having to go get it.
Looking back at where Patton started to where she is now, she'd have a few wise words to share with her younger self.
I think at 18, I was so worried, if I offend this person, or if it doesn't look like this, or, like chains can afford marketing, we can't afford. They can afford branding, I'll never be able to afford. And I was so worried about trying to fit that image that was ahead of me that I actually think it hindered me.
When Shelby started the coffee shop, she was the only one in there. Pretty soon, she was so busy with 2 windows, she had to have a second person. And now to see her with 2 coffee shops and the mobile trailer and a whole crew of awesome employees, it's fun to watch her grow.
With Eye on Keloland, I'm Summer Roddershaw.
Hot Shots Espresso has over 70 sugar-free options because Patton's mom is diabetic, and she understands the struggles of only having limited flavors available. We posted more on the coffee shop's menu on Keloland.com.